Is everything good with this program? Probably not. Let's try something. What if we fumble it and instead of typing 10, we type 1, 0, and then do a calculate. Sure looks like a 10, doesn't it? It sits there and it spins its wheels, and then we get an error message that says format exception was unhandled. Input string was not in a correct format. So it takes a little bit of practice to read these errors. Let's try to generate another similar one. Well, we know that we had something wrong. The input string was not in the format that it was expected in order to do a convert. To stop the thing, we need to click on Debug, Stop Debugging. Well, let's run it again, but this time let's put in an R for the base and an F for the height. That's weird. Let's do calculate, and it gives us the same thing. Format exception was unhandled. Input string was not in a correct format. So we apparently do have a problem here. The problem is not addressed in your book until pretty far down, but there's a very simple fix. We can say take the value of whatever the characters are in txt-base.txt and then convert them to a real number. Well, if it happens to be a letter, the value of a letter is 0. So then 0 is a real number, and the program doesn't abnormally terminate like that. We need to put val around me.txt-base.txt. So I'm going to do val left parentheses, and then I'm going to click over here and put the closing parentheses. So take a look at how that looks. Convert dot to single, left parentheses val, left parentheses me.txt-base.txt, right parentheses, right parentheses. I will then need to do the same thing for the one under val, left parentheses. I'm going to come over here, the matching parentheses, and let's run it again. This time we'll put in a letter and a number, and let's calculate, and it comes up with the area of 0 because the value of the letter A is 0. Let's clear it and reverse it. Let's try 5 and B. Calculate area of 0. So you can see that the very simple addition of VAL keeps your program from abnormally terminating. We're going to ask that you do this with all calculations. Actually, it's the conversion where it should happen. So when you're converting your text input to a real number, include the val function so that it would keep your program from abnormally terminating. Is this the only fix we made? Well, let's try one more thing. What if I put in a 5 for height and a 10 for base? Boy, I'm not very original. Click on calculate, but then I do something like this. I erase the 10 and make it into a 5. Ooh, look, the program's giving the wrong answer, isn't it? Base of 5 and a height of 5 and has an area of 50. Your program's wrong. Well, you know, of course, the problem is that we didn't hit calculate. So come back for the next section and let's learn how to fix this.